before I turn it over to Kathleen, we are doing the Great Maple Syrup Tasting Contest number 2. And I believe we've got a record number of entries. We're raising money for National Dairy Shrine in the names of 3 of our fallen comrades over the past year. We've lost too many people, but certainly the loss of Uncle Norman Hill, Ronnie Hefner, and Michael Heath have impacted us all. And today we're going to try to raise as much money as we can in the honor of those 3 men. We'll give the donation to National Dairy Shrine. They'll be recognized, their names, before we're done. So if you want to get in the maple syrup contest, all you guys are the judges. So you guys all go back, you give a donation to the cause, and you get to taste the syrups. Kathy Whitman and I think Christy Ackley are running the show back there. Please put some money in it. Oh, excuse me. And Phil Top. Oh, that was Carrie. Sorry. I'm sorry, Mrs. Top. So go put some money in the jar during the program when we have an intermission, and please donate to that. And then we're going to sell all the winning syrup and the other syrup. We're going to sell all the syrup tonight to benefit the cause at the end. Lastly, the big guitar up here in the front with the guitar strap. Take a look at that. We're getting every artist that plays for us this weekend at Music City 7 to sign this, autograph this for us, and we're going to sell it tomorrow night. Our daughter Chelsea, who's doing a leather business, made a strap that says Music City 7. So it's our own little guitar that we're going to auction off tomorrow night. So yeah, it's really cool. So anyway, I think that's all. Please make sure you go taste the syrup, because if everybody doesn't get back there, Vermont will win, because we will rig the contest. So everybody better go taste it and figure out what you want. It's a blind taste test. So
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin does not make maple syrup. They make sugar additives. We'll talk about that before. The same as Ontario. Yeah, we're gonna get in a fight over this, but there's one place that makes maple syrup, and it's not north of Vermont either, Marianne. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're ready to roll. We're trying to stay on time. We've got a big, big day. We've got all the major events going here. And it's my privilege for Chris and I to work with Kathleen and Julie at Cosmo, sorry. Kathleen and Julie have been fantastic to this event. They sponsor it. They help Chris and I, and they are part of the reason that we're doing this today, and they're helping pay for the event today. So, Kathleen, thank you from Chris and I. We're turning it over to you, and you tell them what we're doing today.
Well, first of all, thank you guys. We love being part of this event. The people are rolling in. I'm so tickled with everybody watching at home. I think we've tried to improve that every year. And this year at home, you should see the presentation that we've always had on the monitors, which shows the nominations as they're coming up. I have to thank Julie. She's a fantastic partner. Couldn't do it without her. She's our technical resource on the team. I'm not. And so I have to thank Julie. We're working with Joel. We thank everybody doing that. I just want to say a couple of quick things before we get started. It occurred to me a few days ago that we've never explained the process of how the All-American Open Holstein, Junior Holstein, Open Jersey, and Junior Jersey works with our contests. I can't speak for the other breeds. I don't know how they do them, but we at Cosmo, just so you know, when you send in your entries, we get hard copies of the photos. We still bring the judges together in person. So a couple of weeks ago, we were so fortunate to have the judges come to Madison. We meet at the Sheraton. We put them to work hard for an afternoon and a morning. And we're so grateful for the expertise of our judges. It's not easy to get away right after Thanksgiving every year, so we appreciate their time. It's not easy to weigh all the shows and to try to assess not just the best cattle on 1 or 2 days of the year, but the 6 best of each age group. That's a portrait of the whole show season. And we put our trust into those judges on that committee, into their hands. This we were so fortunate to have on our committee the judges from Louisville, Madison, Harrisburg, the Jersey event, Western National, the New England All Breeds, Spring Jersey Show. So I think you can't gather together anybody with more expertise in a room than that. So first of all, and I think I've been negligent in the past, thank you to those judges on our committees. We couldn't do it without them. Thank you to everybody who entered an animal. We couldn't do it without you. To all the exhibitors that hauled around cattle all year long, and at the end sent in your entries. We so appreciate it. Thank you to the Jersey breeders, the Holstein breeders. Great cattle make great contests, and great contests add value to everyone and excitement for our business here. Lastly, again, thanks to Chris and Tim. You brought some massive excitement to our industry. It's been a fun year in celebration. I think it's still growing. We'd love to see all the breeds here one day, hint, hint, and make it a full weekend and a full party. So we've been kind of twisting arms to make that happen. So anyway, enough talking. Let's get rolling with the 2023 All-American Jersey nominations. We're going to take some turns reading here, and I'll kick it off with our spring calves. Crestbrook Kid Rock Moonstone, exhibited by Maple Downs in Peter Vale, Middleburg, New York, and bred by Crestbrook Jerseys of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Four Hills, woohoo! And you feel free to cheer for any of your favorites. Four Hills Boomerang Marvelous, exhibited by Sarah and Megan Hill of Bristol, Vermont, and
Hey, Megs.
bred by Megan Hill of Bristol,
There
Vermont.
you go, Megs. Hoop it up back there.
HC Raider Andreas Lady, exhibited by Shelby Raider and Treasure Maley and Kyson Clark of Seneca, Missouri, bred by Shelby Raider of Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania. Cash-In Joel Knockout, exhibited by Cameron, Kate, and Colt Kasbergen, Cash-In Jerseys and Superstition Cattle Company, Tulare, California. Viera VIP Mezcal, bred and exhibited by Viera Dairy of Hilmar, California. And Z-Class CC and Cranberry Juice, bred and exhibited by Mason Zimba of Durhamville, New York.
There you go, Mason. I hope you're watching at home, young man. All righty. So there are your nominations for the spring calves. Now we'll move into the winter calves. Bali Acres Kid Rock Maple, bred and exhibited by the Ballenbacher family of Indiana. Yeah, go ahead. Hoop it up, Indianans. Go Hoosiers. Cash-In Chocolatier Silver Lining, exhibited by Kennedy Zimmerman and Grace Murray from Tulare, California, bred by the Kasbergens at Cash-In.
Woohoo!
I know this name, Chris. Get ready. Miracle Chocolate Chip Clementine, exhibited by Josh Karn, Matt Forsell, and the great Rory Timlin from Ireland, exhibited by them, and bred by Rachel Tamlin. Yeah, let's hear it. Ontario folk. Anybody from Ireland in the house, give them a yell. Kid Rock P.E. Vivian by Raylan Stanbaugh from Westminster, Maryland, from the Stanbaugh family, and bred by the Hogans at Misty Meadow in Tillamook, Oregon. Ratliff K.R. Violet, exhibited by Jeffrey Schartz of Greenwich, New York, and bred by the Ratliffs of Kansas. And last but not least, Spats Joel Special Getaway, exhibited by Crestbrook and Spats Cattle Company, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and bred by Spats Cattle Company of Virginia. There you have your nominations for your December calves.
Congratulations to those exhibitors. Our fall calves. Arethusa Joel Caroline, exhibited by Hannah Nelson and Jasenko and Tarek Garanovich of Nicollet, Minnesota.
Yay!
Bred by Arethusa, Litchfield, Connecticut.
And came from one of my recips.
There you go.
Just saying.
Tim will step up and take credit if there's
in
credit to
case
be
you
had.
wanted to know, Diamond.
Gargen Gentry Party Girl, exhibited by Brandy Prodell and Peyton Prodell of Black Creek, Wisconsin. Bred by Regina Garbuck of Oconto Falls, Wisconsin. Gold Star, Ferdinand Celia, exhibited by Aubrey Heuger and Rosalie Zare of Scotland, Texas. Bred by Avery Lauren, Grace, and Claire Starr, Tulare, California. Marhaven, Kid Rock Mayhem, exhibited by Billy and Betty Heath and Viera Dairy, Westminster, Maryland. Bred by Matt Boyce and family from Alliance, Ohio. Schulte Brothers, Kid Rock Gangsta, exhibited by Jay and Chris Ackley and Jim and Valerie Sprang of Bucyrus, Ohio. That's right, they're in the house. Bred by Zach Blake and Mitch Schulte of Watkins, Iowa. And Shots Joel Jolly Rancher, exhibited by Jillian, Janelle, and Joel Cook of Winstead, Minnesota. Bred by Peter Vale and Bud John Farm of Lomira, Wisconsin.
Hey, in the house, in the house.
Congratulations. Moving on to the summer yearlings now. Your first summer yearling nominated is Milk Source Victorious Fireball, exhibited by Tristan Ostrom of Kaukauna, Wisconsin, bred by Milk Source Genetics, Kaukauna. Next up is Piers Joe Vida, exhibited by Vieira Dairy of Hillmar, California, bred by L&L Piers of Modesto, California. Next up is Reichdale Victory Shebang, bred and exhibited by Hayden Reichard of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Next up, Saybrook Kid Rock Silly, exhibited by Hallbaker, Barbie, and Oakland View of Clear Spring, Maryland, and bred by Scott Patrick Youse of Ridgely, Maryland. Next up is Spats DV Ferdinand Penelope. She's exhibited by Michael and Elizabeth Bosley of Glen Rock, Pennsylvania, and bred by Michael Bosley and Jake Spatz of Harrisonburg, Virginia. And last but not least, let's hear it for Verona Malik Supergirl, exhibited by Maurice Mariev and Martin, however you say the last name, of St. Apollinaire, Quebec. Congratulations, they're in the house, and also bred by them and Fleury Holsteins as well. Congratulations to all the exhibitors of our summer yearlings.
Congratulations. We'll move on to the spring yearlings now. Big Guns, Kid Rock Villa, exhibited by Glamourview, Yeager and Moulton of Walkersville, Maryland, and bred by Madison Fisher of Frostburg, Maryland.
Mad Dog. Yay, Madison, in the house.
DKG, Gentry Cream, bred and exhibited by Blake Rywey of Quincy, Ohio. Congratulations. Excel's Bontino Daytona, bred and exhibited by Hank Van Exel of Lodi, California. Gentry Sadie, exhibited by Clancy Cron of Albany, Oregon, and bred by Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon. That's right, we got some Oregonians in the house. Sheraton's Andreas Shea, exhibited by Emery Bewley of Susquehanna, Pennsylvania. Bred by Bud John Farms, Peter Linvale, and David Jordan of Lomira, Wisconsin. And our final spring yearling nominated is Woodmore Magic Sean, exhibited by Eric Wachtendonk of Bloomer, Wisconsin, and bred by Woodmore Jerseys of Bloomer, Wisconsin.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Kathleen. And now moving into the winter yearlings. This is going to be our theory later tonight. BJ Gentry Dance With Me, exhibited by the Joseph and Mitchell Coleman franchise and enhanced genetics of Turlock, California, bred by the Nels of Wisconsin. Next is Miss Gale's Grace, very popular heifer from Miss Kendall Thomas from North Lewisburg, Ohio, bred by Kendall Thomas, David Jordan, Entourage, Michael Heath, all from Ohio. Pride Rock Victoria's Secret, exhibited by Kyle, Sandy, and Austin Baker of North Carolina, and bred by Austin Baker of North Carolina.
North Carolina. First time entrance into the contest.
Wow,
so it can happen. Congratulations to the Bakers.
And this is, I think, a first-time entry for these folks, too. Ratliff Vibe Daisy from Ron and Christy Ratliff. Actually, how many have they had? Yeah, how many have they had? Congratulations, Christy and Ron. Hope you're watching. South Mountain Whistling Dixie by Glamourview, Walton and Yeager, bred by Ernie Packard and Terry Kiefner of Boonesboro, Maryland. And lastly, Triple Hill Gentry Oakley, bred and exhibited by Brooks, Summer, Brody, and Cheyenne Hammond of Barron, Wisconsin.
Congratulations. And now on to the fall yearlings. Big Guns, Hilton Vacation, bred and exhibited by Madison Fisher, Frostburg, Maryland. High Points, LLF Cheers, Lovely Lies, exhibited by Caitlin Madeline Poitras and Lily's Lane Farm of Brimfield, Massachusetts, and bred by Caitlin and Lily's Lane of Brimfield. High Life Gentry, DTF, bred and exhibited by Jeffrey Van Patten of Preble, New York. Frank Ruthie, exhibited by Cameron Kasbergen of Tulare, California, and bred by Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon. Schulte Brothers, Colton Cheerio, exhibited by Caleb Cole and Carter Cruzy and Gene Henderson of Dyersville, Iowa, and bred by Zach Blake and Mitch Schulte of Watkins, Iowa. And lastly, Triple KM Swagger Java, bred and exhibited by Kaylin Kennedy and Keegan Weigel and Melissa Sprecher of Platteville, Wisconsin.
Let's hear it, folks. Come on, put your hands together for these people.
Quiet
It's a lot
lunches
of work. We don't
Right.
need to be quiet anymore. Let's liven this place up. Put my glasses on here. Fall yearling, right?
Nope.
Milking yearling. In your milking yearling class, our first nomination is Avonlea VIP Champagne, exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland, and bred by Avonlea Genetics of Brighton, Ontario, Canada. Next up, GMBV Joel Devine, exhibited by Finley and Brody Rosa of Hillmar, California, bred by Bobby Rosa and Grant Allen of Hillmar, California. Next up is Make a Star VIP Reed Maming, exhibited by Cameron, Kate, and Colt Casbergen and Cash-In Jerseys of Tulare, California, and bred by Maker Jerseys, Frank Robinson and Alex Vale of Rockwood, Ontario. Next up, another prefix we've been hearing a lot of today, VIP Jubilee, exhibited by Cameron, Kate, and Colt Casbergen and Cash-In Jerseys of Tulare, California, and bred by Misty Meadow of Tillamook, Oregon. And yet another, Misty Meadow Dairy has M&M VIP Ruby. Misty Meadow was the breeder and exhibitor along with J.D. Heimerl of Tillamook, Oregon. Next up is Moristar Bontino Flora, exhibited by David Crack of Crackholm Holsteins of Cleveland, Quebec, and bred by Fermi Ducillian and Marianne Hebert of St. Alexandria de Kamouraska, Quebec.
Now, that was good. Give that man a round of applause. That is a French accent, huh, Marianne?
Well done.
Bonjour.
The multilingual.
And I hear
He
Dave.
speaks Maryland. He speaks English. And now
How
we know
about
he
that for
speaks
French, folks? That was impressive. I hear Dave Hogan's having a watch party in the milking parlor out there at Misty Meadows. They're all in the parlor watching. That's pretty
That's
cool.
fantastic. Love it. Congratulations. 2 of them bred by Misty Meadow in that class. Summer junior 2-year-olds. Big Guns, Joyride Volvo, exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Moulton of Walkersville, Maryland, bred by Madison Fisher. Congrats, Madison. He's in the house here.
Turn up,
There's
Madison.
another
Kelly,
one. I
get
know.
him going back there.
Turn
Let's
it
go,
up.
people.
Cooper Farm, Joyride Joyce, bred and exhibited by Evan and Eden Cooper of Oswego, New York. Dements, Victorious June, exhibited by Dements Jerseys in Kilgus Dairy of Fairbury, Illinois, and bred by Dements in Kenny, Illinois. Congratulations. Discoveries, Joey Comet, bred and exhibited by Discovery Genetics, Lisa Demmer and Kevin Creechy. Every year, Kevin,
Cracky.
every year. I'll screw it up. Ellsworth, Wisconsin, they're my neighbors. Sorry, Kevin. Joel Rowan, exhibited by Cameron Kate and Colt Casbergen, Cash-In Jerseys, and Carly Monty, Tulare, California, bred by Misty Meadow Dairy, Tillamook, Oregon. And our final entry in our Summer Junior 2-year-olds, Vera Femme Fatale, bred and exhibited by Vera Dairy of Hillmar, California.
Chris, do you think Case and Allison are watching this thing live?
I certainly hope so.
I hope they're having a watch party out there at Cash-In Holsteins. Welcome if you are. Go ahead and give us some love, Case, if you're watching, or Allison. Junior 2-year-olds, as we'd say in Quebec. Junior
That's for
2-year-olds.
Montees. There you go.
Bud John Vale, Andreas Dakota, bred and exhibited by Bud John and Peter Vale. Let us hear it.
Woo!
Lookout, Joel She's Spicy, Riverview, Andy Blessing and Grace Souter of Tremont, Illinois, and bred by Callum and crew of Lookout Jerseys in Quebec. Mayor James VIP Finney for the second entry of Crackholm Holsteins of Cleveland, Quebec, and bred by the Crawfords of Rome, Pennsylvania. The next entry in this is Milk Source FV Joel Mafia, Milk Source Genetics, Kakana, Wisconsin, breeder and owner. And then next would be, and I believe in the house, Pacific Edge VIP Tessa, Colton, the young Colton Seals, and the Roaches, Tillamook, Oregon, bred by Brent Rocha. Is Joe here? Yeah, Joe? I was just a little worried. Joe got a little bit of flu on the plane yesterday, it appears, and has not been that bright and shiny yet. Last entry, Vieira Colette, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Kansas and bred by Vieira Dairy of California. Give them a round of applause for the junior 2-year-old.
Congratulations. Moving on to our senior 2-year-olds. Cash-in Kid Rock She Daisy, exhibited by Cameron, Kate, and Colt Kasbergen in cash-in jerseys, Tulare, California. Also the breeder of that beautiful young cow. Lone Pine Jordan Booster, exhibited by Pierre Boulet and Mike Berry of Montmagny, Quebec, and bred by Lone Pine Jerseys of Didsbury, Alberta. Congratulations.
By the way,
you're going to be hearing a lot
of Lone Pine, and tomorrow in the sale, we are selling a sister. So, Pierre, if you're listening, Le Sur de Booster, sell tomorrow, man.
Here comes the Las Vegas Knights.
There they
Put your hand up, Enright. How you doing, buddy?
Winchester, Ontario, in the house. MM Bontino Favor, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California, and bred by Misty Meadow, Tillamook, Oregon. MM Joel Flower, exhibited by Bud John Farms in Peter and Lynn Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin, and bred by Misty Meadow, Tillamook, Oregon. Vieira's Kid Rock Sable, exhibited by Moretti Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon, and bred by Vieira Dairy Farm of Hillmar, California. There you go. And our final senior 2-year-old, Woodmore Ready, bred and exhibited by Woodmore Jerseys, John and Wendy in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
Chris, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but I just got a text from Allison Casper, and she's watching. Sit up straight. Suck it in. Okay, here we go, Allison. Does that look better? There.
Looks real good. In your junior 3-year-old class, with first entry is Electress Kid Rock and Joy, exhibited by Juniper Farm of Gray Vein, bred by Entourage, Sybil Fisher, and Triple T of Gaithersburg, Maryland. Next up is Cavetta Nuance Vortega, exhibited by Cameron and Macy Crothers of Pitcher, New York, and bred by Kevin and Annetta Harrington of Dansville, New York. Next up is Norbert Andreas Dime, bred and exhibited by Dalton, Dylan, and Brianne Freeman of Bremen, Indiana. Next up, another familiar face in the house here, Pacific Edge VIP Escort, exhibited and bred by Pacific Edge of Tillamook, Oregon. And next up, your 5th entry is Schulte Brothers Colt First Lady, exhibited by Crestbrook, Lost Elm, and Sybil Fisher of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and bred by the Schultes of Watkins, Iowa. And last but certainly not least is SSF Casino Brie, exhibited by Bajan Farms, Peter and Lynn Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin, and bred by Charlie Luxinger of Syracuse, New York. Congratulations.
Is Nick Randall in the house? Yes. Hi, Nick. Okay, I'm just having a little heart attack because I hadn't done seen you yet.
You're up next, Nick.
Sorry. Hi, Nick.
Yeah, he was the first one in the door, so we're excited to have the Red and White Dairy Cattle Association with us. They'll be up next, but we're going to carry on with our jersey nominees in our senior 3-year-old contest. Arethusa Andreas Sunlight, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California, and bred by Arethusa, Litchfield, Connecticut. Next is Arethusa Gentry Chevelle, exhibited by Megan Mead of Algoma, Wisconsin, and again, bred by Arethusa. Intense Joel Omi, exhibited by De Rosière, Sicard, and Boulet of Saint-Jacinthe, Quebec. Bred by Ferrum Intense of Saint Brigitte des Sceaux, Quebec. Congratulations.
Nice. That's Kevin, right?
Fake it till you make it. That's Kevin. Congratulations on breeding a beautiful young cow. Next, popular young cow this year, Oh My Victorious Parade, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California, and bred by Chase and Willow Olmekin of Abbotsford, Wisconsin. Ratliff Irwin Cadillac, bred and exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of DeGarnett, Kansas, our Jersey Jug winner. And our final entry in the senior 3s, Starcrest Weapon of Choice, exhibited by Quality Holsteins and West Coast Holsteins of Vaughan, Ontario, and bred by James and Christy McAvoy of Armstrong, British Columbia. Gotta get off the phone, put down your drink, Tim.
Okay. For the 4-year-old class, JPL Joel Adelia. Adelia. Exhibited by Vieira Dairy, Hillmar, California, and bred by Sonk of Warwick, Quebec.
Wow. Nice.
Pleasant Nook Rowdy Rhonda Rousey. Exhibited by Whiskey River and Pleasant Nook of Ontario. Ratliff Money Vixen, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Rivendell VIP Eloise, shown by Kelly Barbie, exhibited by Vieira Dairy and bred by Rivendell Farms of Pennsylvania. South Mountain Fizz Chablis, exhibited by Misty Meadows Farm, bred by Ernie and Terry, Boonesboro, Maryland. And last, Springview Joel Kinsley, exhibited by Bud John and Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin, and bred by the Hyatts of Ontario.
Woo, congratulations. On to the 5-year-olds. DC Comerica Sassy, exhibited by Cameron Kate and Colt Casbergen and Cash in Jerseys, Tulare, California, and bred by Dale Chug of Ogden, Utah. Dule Victorious Bagel, exhibited by Glamour View, Jaeger and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland, and bred by Ferme Dule, Saint Pascal, Quebec. Goff Andreas May, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics and Buster Goff of Kaukauna, Wisconsin, and bred by Buster Goff of Hobbs, New Mexico. Highview Balin Journey, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics of Kaukauna and bred by James Olfke of Hamburg, Minnesota. Lone Pine Night Train Lula.
Oh!
She took Louisville by storm, exhibited by Pacific Edge Legendary and David Jordan of Tillamook, Oregon, and bred by Lone Pine Jerseys of Didsbury, Alberta.
And led by the great young Zimbalad.
Our final entry in our 5-year-olds is Morning Mist Joel Evina, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms, Hillmar, California, and bred by James and Kathy Mason of Woodstock, Ontario.
Thank you very much. Going on to the age cow class, the first one we have is Boley Acres Riveresco Tyra, bred and exhibited by Max, Carrie Jo, Drew, Lane, Sophie, and Ellie Ballenbacher of Argos, Indiana. Congratulations. Next up is Foreign Affairs Joel Fantasy. Breeder and exhibitor is Cross, Frigot, Lancaster, and Mahalovic of Tillamook, Oregon. Next up is Lookout Joel Brooksy, exhibited by Lookout, Brooke McKinven, and Pierre Boulet of Canton de Hatley, Quebec, Canada, and bred by Lookout, Gary Vance, Nancy Suter, and Brooke McKinven, also of Canton de Hatley. Next up is River Valley Colton Juliet, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farm of Hillmar, California, and bred by River Valley of Tremont, Illinois. First choice sells tomorrow. Next up, the perennial grand champion, Stony Point Joel Bailey, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California, bred by Ashley Mare Savage of Tawnytown, Maryland. First choice sells tomorrow. And next up, last but not least, is Sugarbrook Joel Jeopardy, exhibited by Cameron Kate and Colt Casbergen and Cash-In Jerseys of Tulare, California, and she's bred by Vance Spencer and Tori Carter of Troy, Pennsylvania. There you have it. There's your 6 age cows. Congratulations.
On to our final individual cow class of the day, our lifetime cheese production cow. These are the old girls that we all love, and we love to see them come back year after year. Brylin Valson Spritz, we all know her name, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California, and bred by Brian and Linda Raymer of Bright, Ontario. Cash-In Fearless Lady, Cameron Kate and Colt Casbergen and Cash-In Jerseys, and also bred by Cash-In Jerseys, Tulare, California. Ratliff Irwin Vancy, bred and exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Rolling Spring Premier Lucille, exhibited by Evan Jokey of Pulaski, Wisconsin, and bred by Matthew Bean of Franklin, Pennsylvania. Royalty Ridge, Excitation Marley, exhibited by Ryan and Franny Lancaster and Mike Berry of Tillamook, Oregon, and bred by Ryan Lancaster. Congratulations. And our final entry, South Mountain Premier Sprite, exhibited by Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon, and bred by Ernie Kiefner and Terry Packard of Boonesboro, Maryland. I think before we go on to the group classes, I just want to say it's been interesting sitting here listening to the breeders and exhibitors and how across North America this all is. There's cattle bred and owned from east to west and north of the border and all over. And that's the really exciting part of this contest, is having everyone involved. Doesn't matter where you live, you can own a good one. Tim, our junior best three. We're chipping our hand. Tim's getting a tutoring lesson.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin Cracky, I got your back.
Yeah,
I got your back,
I'm
Kevin.
going to turn it to Chris when I say your name, Kevin, because I don't want to screw it up. But I don't want to let you know who the nominations are. So I hope it's in here. Yep, it is. So, to me, the next couple classes are the most important of the day. We all want to have the winners, but the breeders that do this and make three that go in the ring and compete at the highest level, I hope this crowd will tear it up for them, for the junior best three and the senior best three. To me, the most important awards of the day. So let me hear it for the nominations for junior best three females from Frostburg, Maryland, Madison Fisher. Attaboy. Thank you, Vanilla. Next, from Ellsworth, Wisconsin,
Woo-hoo!
Lisa Demmer and go ahead.
Kevin Cracky.
Ellsworth, Northwest Wisconsin.
And our good friends from the great state of California, Cameron, Kate, Colt, Casbergen, Cash In, Allison, and Case. Congratulations to the Casbergens. No shock here, under the great tutelage of Bambi, Schulte brothers from Iowa have a nomination.
Perennial nomination in this class.
My favorite, and a quick story about this before, no, it's not, one more. I have to do my French. Maurice, Marie-Ève, Martin, Verano, Saint-Alphonse, Quebec. There you go. They're in the house. How was that?
Congratulations, Verano.
And my favorite story, this young lad told me that one day he would breed a best three females in the Jersey breed. No kidding. He was about 10 years old. And I think this is cooler than heck. Congratulations to his mom and dad and to this lad who puts his heart in. Z-Class, Mason Zimba has done it. He's got a nominated best three females, and he ain't even got his driver's license.
Man, now you kind of depressed me, Tim. I've
I'm excited
a
for
long
this.
time, and I am not bred a junior best three.
Mason can't drive yet, and he's got a nominated
Congratulations,
best
Mason.
three.
I'm thrilled for you.
Can he drive?
That's
I think
so
you and I
rad.
got to stick to announcing.
And now our senior best three. Same speech as from Tim. This is just a tremendous class. When you put three cows together, whether you still own them, whether you bred all three, they might be scattered to the winds in the country, and it's just so impressive when these classes come into the ring. Our senior best three female nominees: Madison Fisher, Frostburg, Maryland. And you know the V's everywhere you go. Discovery Genetics, Lisa Demmer, and
Kevin Cracky.
Ellsworth, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Our friends from Quebec, look out. Holsteins and Jerseys, and this time just Jerseys. Canton de Hatley, Quebec. Congratulations to the McKinlins. Ron and Christy Ratliff, again, perennial nominees in this class. Garnett, Kansas. Ryan and Franny Lancaster, Tillamook, Oregon, Royalty Ridge jerseys. And our final entrant, a bit of a sentimental favorite this year, our friends out in Teeny Town, Maryland, Stony Point Farm, John and Julie Meyer. And we all know Michael Keith was a valued advisor over the years, so it's a thrill to see that group up there as our final nominee in our senior best three females. And now on to our last class of the day. Chris is going to announce the Produce of Dam. And this recognizes a great brood cow. Great breeders, but a great cow makes this class.
To start off with, take your money to the bank. The produce of Big Guns Jamaica Vanilla, exhibited by the Goldfish of Frostburg, Maryland. Madison Fisher. Next up is the produce of Big Time VIP Standout, exhibited by Line and Jerseys of River Falls, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
Linehan jerseys. My neighbors, River Falls.
Your neighbors are doing awfully
They're
good
good.
in your contest.
No.
Next up is the produce of River Valley Excitation Flawless, exhibited by Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon. Congratulations. Next up is the produce of Ratliff Colton Darien, exhibited by Pacific Edge, Jerseys of Tillamook, Oregon. Congratulations. The next spot is taken by Pleasant Nook Guns Foxy Lady, exhibited by Schulte Brothers of Watkins, Iowa. And finishing out the class is the produce of Miss Monique, exhibited by Hannah Nelson of Nicollet, Minnesota. Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's a wrap for our jersey contest nominations. We're going to just take a little break here and get reorganized. And then Nick's going to come up and do our red and white. The Red and White Dairy Cattle Association has joined us this year with their contest. And Nick's going to come up and read those. We're going to have another little break and we'll move on to the Holsteins. So thank everyone. Stay tuned at home.
And our break is...
We might have to break at home, and then we have to relink to kind of our different presentation. But at home, stay around. We'll bring you back in.
We'll be right back. And while we do that here, guys, we really need you to go back and sample some